According to the news reports, on December the 12th, 2011, Brazy and his right-hand Dedrick Thomas, known to his friends as Det, were walking on the 800 block of Center Street. However, the reports don't specify which Center Street this is, as there's several of these in Mobile, including one in Plateau, which would indeed be the closest location to Brazy's grandparents' house. Anyway, at around 5:45 p.m, the pair would approach a man walking on the same street, stopping to talk with him until one of them pulled out his pistol and shot the man in the leg. Brazy then allegedly ran through the man's pockets, taking his money, before the duo fled the scene. And not long after this, police would arrest Brazy at his home, charging him for the shooting and the robbery. Interestingly, even at just age 16, the news would mention him by his street nickname, Little Honeykomb, which really highlights just how much notoriety Honeykomb Brazy and his family had garnered amongst the mobile police at this point. In his Say Cheese interview, Brazy actually claimed that he wasn't the shooter, but he wound up taking the charge for his friend.
I was like 16 when I got out, and I was turning 17. Then now, I ain't get locked up for the murder. Then I got locked up for a robbery and attempted murder. But I ain't even do that though. My partner did. His name Det. He did it. But I just took the case for him though.
And Brazy would further expand on the situation during one of his many Instagram lives, again claiming that Det was the shooter and that he just happened to be there, whilst also explaining how the victim had never seen Det before but knew Brazy and therefore told the police it was him. Brazy would then end up keeping his mouth shut, ultimately going down for the crime.
But Det had wet ass up, raw, and I was just right there when it happened. And the didn't know who Det was, knew me, so picked the folks on me by that mouth. I know that attempted murder and the robbery first, and I'm on the run and shot a got me assault charge. So now I'm in the like, man, damn. They want me to tell, I can't tell, so get what? I took 20 split 4.
But 3 months after the incident, on March the 4th, Brazy was set to appear in court, and on that very same day, Det was playing dice on the porch of 940 Semler Street, right on the border of their Happy Hills community and the city of Pritchard. At some point, Det and a 40-year-old man named Anthony Jenkins had allegedly fallen out over a mere $5 bet, which would tragically escalate into Jenkins shooting Det in the head, killing Det at only 17 years old. Det's death would cause deep tensions in the neighborhood, which according to the police would lead to shots being fired back and forth between the families of Det and Jenkins, even requiring police to protect Det's funeral. Now, Jenkins had a track record of criminal behavior, such as robbery, but shockingly, after he surrendered to the police on the 8th of April 2012, he would soon get out on bail with bond set at a mere $50,000 on this serious charge of murder. There was also seemingly no rush on a trial date, as Jenkins was able to walk the streets freely for another 2 years until he was caught for yet another crime, this time possession of the so-called synthetic cannabis called Spice. However, even after that, he was still reportedly given a new bond again months before his trial finally began in 2015, and the news would also report that Jenkins, who was facing life in prison, had actually been offered a plea deal of a 20-year sentence if he pled guilty to a lesser charge of manslaughter, but he would reject this deal, opting to take things to trial in the face of a possible life sentence. And this would seemingly end up working greatly in his favor. Now, I haven't been able to find any concrete evidence of the outcome of that trial, but based on social media activity, it appears that today Jenkins is still a free man working an honest living. And even more shockingly, in December 2023, when Honeykomb Brazy was facing his latest run-in with law enforcement, despite being the person who had killed his best friend, Jenkins would post this on his Facebook, commenting that he didn't wish death or jail on anybody, as well as directly stating, "Free the young'un, Lil Comb Brazy." But regardless of the alleged killer ultimately paying homage to Honeykomb Brazy, Brazy would later reflect on losing his close friend during an Instagram live, clearly hurt by the fact that he was unable to be there for him, as well as likely being haunted by the fact that if Det had been charged with the robbery that they did together, he might still be alive this day.
Soon I took the deal, Det get killed. That's why I long live Det forever, like LD long live Det. Soon I take the case for Det, he get whacked the same day. Soon I go to court, he get killed the same day I take the case.
To this day, Brazy pays respect to his friend and can often be heard saying on Det, writing LLD for Long Live Det on social media. Brazy has also mentioned Det in numerous songs, like his Jail Freestyle, a remix of Future's Perky's Callin', where Brazy raps how he can hear Det calling instead. While serving his time, Honeykomb Brazy would actually say that once he was free, he would dedicate himself to rapping in Det's memory. And he would seemingly also begin to mention a new crew or set that he would be carrying on Det's legacy under, naming his crew RN4L, meaning Real N-Word for Life. Around the time of Brazy's imprisonment, he and his friends would begin to rep the RN4L moniker, and besides Brazy, this crew would seemingly include original people close to Brazy, many of whom were also incarcerated, such as Duke Gotti, or Dugotti, another aspiring rapper at the time, who was also seemingly serving a sentence despite his young age, with videos of him rapping in jail surrounded by goons circulating online. Since then, RN4L has grown into a rather large set, as can be seen in social media posts, where Brazy can be seen proudly showing off his crew, who have the RN4L letters tatted on their necks, arms, and even faces, all while they can be seen toting heavy weaponry such as automatic rifles and FN pistols.
Yeah, man, a whole bunch of RN4S going on, man. Y'all know that, man. It's real deal gang related, man. Don't be stupid. Go shit everywhere. Y'all know the whole game that went out. Y'all RN4S. Y'all bitch don't be RN4S. I know the going on. Whole bunch of it. Oh, they taught, man. Y'all know number 9, man. Stop playing, man. All on the face with this RFOL real. Look. Look going on, man. RFOL I'm gonna take over this. Y'all know this for real, man. We stepping on yeah.
RN4L is also the name of Brazy's own record label that he's used to officially publish music, since his first hit song Freestyle in 2018, whilst partnering with different distributors on different songs. The moniker RN4L, or Real N-Word for Life, is actually commonly used in a lot of rap songs. For example, Rondo No. 9 from Chicago, who I recently covered extensively in my 6-hour documentary on his gang set 600, would famously drop a mixtape series with the same moniker, and Lil Durk also has a song named RN4L devoted to Rondo, after Rondo would receive a long prison sentence for the murder of an innocent taxi driver. But anyways, creating a new set was in the grand scheme of things just another example that despite his troubles with the law, Brazy was getting increasingly sucked into the street lifestyle. And when he was finally released in early 2016, Brazy was unfortunately incapable of staying out of trouble, because almost immediately after being released, he would catch yet another case, and this time the charge was much more serious.
So I do them years, I get back out. When I step out, I stay out like a month and 15 days. No exaggerating on blood gang, didn't no lie. I stay out a month and 15 days, I catch a murder charge. Boom.